Yeah, now, meanwhile, one of the issues that Donald Trump really focused on, that was securing the Mexican border. Well, under Joe Biden, things have just gone from bad to worse there. Let's have a look at this from the weekend on the border.
Massive horde of migrants trying to bum rush their way into the country at a port of entry in El Paso.
Just horrific scenes really there on the border, Kristin, quite worrying.
Oh, yes. And what's really surprising, well, I guess not surprising given the media, but you go to the mainstream media news sites and you don't see this footage getting reported nearly at all. Before we went on air, I checked out the New York Times website, the Washington Post. This story isn't even on their homepages. You see all these stories about what people wore to the Oscars and then your typical fear-mongering pieces about Trump. Nothing about this. This kind of footage changes minds. So they want nothing to do with it. They want to suppress it. You drive your car down to McAllen, which is a border city. You can just park your car on high ground. You watch hordes of people walking across the border, and they are not evading law enforcement. They are trying to find law enforcement because they figured out that's the loophole to try to get asylum. That was 10 years ago. It is much, much, much worse now. So I don't know when this is all going to end, but this is a real disaster, and this Biden administration has made it significantly worse than it already was.
Yeah, deeply worrying stuff. They're going to have to get on top of it, certainly before the election, I would have thought. Thanks for joining us, Kristin.
Thanks as always, Chris.